Hello and welcome to the Learn English Lab. I'm Mike, and today we're taking a deep dive into the world of meditation with our expert Sarah.
Great to be here.
Now Sarah, meditation seems to be everywhere these days, but I think a lot of people still aren't quite sure what it is or how it works. Can you break it down for us?
Sure. At its core, meditation is about training your attention. It's about learning to focus your mind, becoming more aware of your thoughts and feelings, and cultivating a sense of inner peace.
Okay, so it's like a mental workout. But instead of lifting weights, we're strengthening our focus and awareness.
That's a great way to put it. And just like physical exercise, meditation can have a huge impact on our overall well-being. We're talking reduced stress, improved sleep, better emotional regulation, and even potential benefits for our physical health.
Wow, that's a pretty impressive list. I think a lot of people are drawn to meditation because of its potential for stress reduction. You know, in today's world, it feels like everyone is constantly stressed out. Can you explain how meditation actually helps with stress?
Well, when we're stressed, our bodies go into fight or flight mode, right? Our heart rate and breathing speed up, our muscles tense, and our minds race. This is a natural response that's designed to help us cope with danger. But when stress becomes chronic, this constant state of high alert takes a toll on our physical and mental health.
So it's like our stress response system is stuck in overdrive.
Yeah.
And we need a way to shift gears.
Exactly. And that's where meditation comes in. By practicing meditation regularly, we can train our bodies and minds to relax. When we meditate, we focus our attention on something calming, like our breath, a mantra, or a guided visualization. As we do this, our thoughts naturally begin to slow down, our breathing becomes deeper and more regular, and our muscles start to relax.
So it's like we're hitting the reset button on our nervous system.
That's a good analogy. And as we practice meditation, we become more aware of the sensations in our bodies and the patterns of our thoughts. We learn to observe our stress response without judgment, which helps us to detach from it and respond more skillfully.
I'm starting to see how powerful this can be. Instead of being controlled by our stress, we're learning to manage it more effectively.
Yes, and there's even scientific evidence to support this. Studies have shown that meditation can reduce levels of cortisol, which is known as the stress hormone. Chronically high cortisol levels have been linked to numerous health problems, so being able to regulate cortisol through meditation is a major plus.
That's amazing. It's not just about feeling calmer, it's about actually changing our body's chemistry in a positive way.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some of the other mental and emotional benefits of meditation. I've heard that it can help with anxiety and depression. Is that true?
Yeah, there's growing evidence that meditation can be a valuable tool for managing anxiety and depression. When we practice meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. This helps us to develop a greater sense of emotional resilience, so we're less likely to react impulsively or get stuck in negative thought patterns.
So instead of being ruled by our emotions, we're learning to step back and observe them with a more detached perspective.
Yeah, it's like we're developing a space between our thoughts and our reactions, which gives us more freedom to choose how we respond.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like we're training our minds to be less reactive and more intentional.
Yeah.
And I imagine that this ability to regulate our emotions can have a ripple effect on all areas of our lives.
Oh, absolutely. It can improve our relationships, our work performance, and our overall sense of well-being. There's even research suggesting that meditation can boost positive emotions and decrease feelings of loneliness.
That's interesting. So it's not just about reducing negative emotions, it's about cultivating positive ones as well.
Yes, meditation can help us to cultivate a more balanced and harmonious emotional state.
Okay. So we've talked about stress reduction and emotional well-being, but what about the cognitive benefits of meditation? I've heard it can sharpen our focus, improve our memory, and even boost our creativity.
You're right. In our hyper-connected world where distractions are constantly competing for our attention, meditation is like a mental gym for strengthening our focus and concentration. It's about training our minds to stay present and resist the urge to multitask or constantly check our phones.
Oh yeah, that's something I think we could all benefit from. I know my own productivity would probably skyrocket if I could just learn to stay on task a little better.
You're not alone. And that's where meditation can be so helpful. It teaches us to gently redirect our attention back to our chosen focus whenever it wanders.
It's like we're developing a mental muscle, and the more we exercise it, the stronger it becomes. But how does meditation actually train that muscle of attention? What's the technique?
One of the key techniques is using the breath as an anchor. As we focus on the sensation of our breath entering and leaving our bodies, our minds inevitably start to wander. But instead of getting frustrated or judging ourselves, we simply acknowledge those thoughts and gently guide our attention back to the breath.
So it's about developing a sense of awareness and non-judgment. We're not trying to stop our thoughts altogether, but we're learning to observe them without getting carried away by them.
Exactly. And over time, we become more adept at recognizing when our minds have wandered and redirecting them back to our chosen focus. It's like training a puppy. It takes patience and persistence, but eventually it learns to stay by your side.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Some studies suggest that meditation can actually reverse brain patterns linked to worrying and mind wandering. It's like we're rewiring our brains for calm and focus.
It really is remarkable. And these cognitive benefits extend far beyond focus and concentration. Research has also shown that meditation can improve memory function, enhance cognitive flexibility, and even boost creativity.
Wow, this is incredible. So we're not just managing our thoughts, we're actually changing how our brains operate. It's like we're upgrading our mental hardware.
I like how you think it's like we're giving our brains the tools they need to thrive in today's demanding world.
Okay, so we've explored the mental and emotional benefits, but I'm also curious about the physical health benefits of meditation. How does a mental practice impact our physical well-being?
That's a great question. And it might surprise you to learn just how profound the connection between our minds and bodies truly is. We know that stress can wreak havoc on our physical health. So if meditation helps reduce stress, that's already a huge win for our bodies.
Right, that makes sense. But I'm wondering if there are any other ways that meditation might directly impact our physical health.
Oh, absolutely. One of the most noticeable physical benefits of meditation is its impact on sleep. When we're stressed, our bodies produce cortisol, which makes it hard to fall asleep and stay asleep. But meditation helps reduce cortisol levels and calm those racing thoughts that often keep us up at night.
So it's like preparing our minds and bodies for a restful night's sleep. You can see the appeal there.
And it goes beyond just sleep. Meditation also cultivates a deeper mind-body connection. We become more aware of the sensations in our bodies, noticing areas of tension or discomfort. This awareness can help us improve our workout form, listen to our body's signals, and generally take better care of ourselves.
Like tuning in to our body's wisdom.
Indeed. And here's where it gets really fascinating. Meditation may actually boost our immune systems. Some studies have shown that meditation can reduce inflammation and even increase the number of crucial immune cells in our bodies.
So it's not just about feeling good, it's about enhancing our body's ability to stay healthy.
Yes, and we're just scratching the surface of the potential physical benefits. There's even a possible link between meditation and cellular aging.
Okay, now you've got my full attention. Tell me more about that.
Have you ever heard of telomeres?
Vaguely. I know they have something to do with aging, but I'm not sure what they are.
Well, imagine your chromosomes like shoelaces with plastic tips at the end to prevent fraying. Those tips are your telomeres, and every time your cells divide, those tips get a little shorter. Eventually, they get so short that the cells can no longer divide properly, and this contributes to the aging process.
Okay, that's a great analogy. So telomeres are like a biological clock, and the shorter they get, the closer we are to, well, the end of the line.
That's one way to put it. But here's the exciting part. Some research suggests that meditation might actually slow down the shortening of telomeres. It's like meditation is reinforcing those plastic tips, slowing down the wear and tear on our cells.
So meditation could be a key to protecting ourselves from age-related diseases and even extending our lifespan.
It's still an emerging area of research, but the findings are very promising. And beyond cellular aging, meditation may also help regulate blood pressure, manage chronic pain, and even assist in addiction recovery.
Wow, the list just keeps growing.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe so much potential is packed into this seemingly simple practice.
I know, right? It's pretty amazing.
But before we get too overwhelmed, let's talk about how someone can actually get started with meditation. Is it something anyone can do, or does it require special training?
Oh, the beauty of meditation is that it's truly accessible. You don't need any special equipment training or even a lot of time to start reaping the benefits. Even a few minutes a day can make a difference.
That's reassuring to hear. I think a lot of people are intimidated by the idea of meditation. You know, they imagine having to sit in complete silence for hours with their minds totally blank.
I understand that perception, but it's actually a misconception. The goal of meditation isn't to empty your mind completely, but to become more aware of your thoughts and less reactive to them. It's about creating space between your thoughts and your reactions, giving you more freedom to choose how you respond.
So it's more about learning to observe our thoughts without judgment, rather than trying to suppress them or force them to disappear.
Exactly. It's about cultivating a sense of curiosity and acceptance towards your thoughts and feelings. And remember, everyone's mind wanders during meditation. It's perfectly normal. The practice lies in gently guiding your attention back to your chosen focus whenever it drifts away.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's not about achieving some kind of perfect state of mental stillness, but rather about developing a more mindful approach to our thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, it's a practice, not a performance.
Okay. So we know that anyone can meditate. But for those who are just starting out, are there any specific tips or techniques that might be helpful?
Absolutely. First, I'd recommend starting with short sessions, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. You don't want to overwhelm yourself right out of the gate. Then find a quiet and comfortable space where you can sit or lie down without being disturbed.
So no need to build a meditation retreat in my backyard.
That's right. A quiet corner of your bedroom or living room will work perfectly. And you don't need any special equipment, although a cushion or a comfortable chair can help you maintain a comfortable posture.
What about guided meditation apps? I've heard those can be really helpful for beginners.
Yeah, guided meditation apps can be fantastic tools, especially when you're first starting out. They offer a structured approach, leading you through different techniques and visualizations, and they can help you stay focused. There are apps for all sorts of needs and preferences, so you can experiment and find what resonates with you.
That's a great point. It's about finding what works for you, not about following some rigid set of rules.
Yeah.
But speaking of different approaches, I'm curious to learn more about the various types of meditation. We've been talking about meditation in general, but I know there are many different styles and techniques.
You're absolutely right. Meditation is a vast and rich tapestry with countless traditions and techniques developed over centuries. And just like any journey, finding the right path for you can make the experience much more fulfilling.
So let's explore some of those paths. What are some of the most common or popular types of meditation that people might want to try?
Well, one of the most well-known and widely practiced types is mindfulness meditation. We touched upon it briefly earlier, but it's worth diving a little deeper. Mindfulness meditation is about cultivating present moment awareness. It's about paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. You simply observe these experiences as they arise and pass like clouds moving across the sky.
So it's not about trying to empty your mind or stop thinking altogether, but about becoming more aware of our thoughts and less reactive to them.
Exactly. It's
Yep.
about recognizing that thoughts are just thoughts. They're not necessarily facts or commands that we have to obey. And when we practice mindfulness, we develop the ability to observe our thoughts without getting carried away by them.
I like that image of thoughts as clouds passing through the sky. It reminds us that thoughts are transient. They come and go, and we don't have to cling to them or push them away.
That's a great way to think about it. And the beauty of mindfulness meditation is that you can practice it anywhere, anytime. You can be mindful while washing the dishes, walking the dog, or even stuck in traffic. It's about bringing a quality of awareness to whatever you're doing.
That makes it sound a lot less intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
So mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment. What are some other types of meditation people might explore?
Another popular approach is transcendental meditation, or TM for short. TM uses mantra meditation, which involves silently repeating a specific sound, word, or phrase.
Okay, so how is TM different from mindfulness?
Well, while mindfulness is about observing your thoughts and feelings, TM is more about transcending them. With TM, you're not trying to focus on your breath or any particular object. You're using the mantra to quiet the mind and enter a state of deep relaxation and inner peace.
So it's like the mantra acts as a vehicle to transport your mind beyond the realm of thoughts.
That's a great analogy. And TM practitioners typically receive a personalized mantra from a certified instructor.
Interesting. So it's a more structured approach than mindfulness.
Yes, there's a specific technique involved, and it's usually taught in a course format.
So we've got mindfulness, which is about present moment awareness, and PM, which is about transcending thoughts through mantra meditation. What other paths can we explore in the world of meditation?
If you're looking to cultivate feelings of love and compassion, you might be drawn to loving kindness meditation, also known as metta meditation.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
What's involved in loving kindness meditation?
It's a beautiful practice where you focus on sending feelings of love, kindness, and compassion to yourself and others. You might start by repeating phrases like, "May I be well," May I be happy? May I be peaceful?
Like we're showering ourselves with love and good vibes.
Exactly. And then you gradually extend those feelings outward, first to loved ones, then to acquaintances, then to strangers, and eventually even to those you find difficult to love.
It sounds like a powerful way to cultivate more compassion and empathy in the world.
It is. And the beauty of loving kindness meditation is that it not only benefits others, but it also creates a sense of inner peace and well-being within you. It's a win-win.
I love that. So we've got mindfulness TM and loving kindness meditation. What other types of meditation are out there?
Well, if you're someone who finds it challenging to sit still for extended periods, you might enjoy walking meditation.
Walking meditation. Okay, that sounds intriguing. What is that exactly?
As the name suggests, you meditate while you walk. Instead of focusing on your breath or a stationary object, you bring your attention to the sensations of your body, moving the feeling of your feet on the ground and the rhythm of your steps.
So it's like bringing mindfulness to the act of walking.
Exactly. And it can be a great way to incorporate meditation into your daily routine, especially if you have a busy lifestyle.
It's like sneaking in a meditation session while you're getting your steps in.
Yes. And for those who are musically inclined, there's sound healing meditation, which involves listening to various sounds, often from instruments like Tibetan singing bowls, gongs, or tuning forks.
So it's kind of like a sonic massage for the soul.
You could say that the vibrations and frequencies of these instruments are believed to have therapeutic effects on the nervous system. It's incredibly soothing, and a lot of people find it very transformative.
I can see how that would be appealing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got walking meditation and sound healing meditation. Any other interesting styles out there?
Well, for those seeking a deeper understanding of the workings of the mind and the nature of reality, there's Vipassana meditation.
I've heard of Vipassana, but I'm not quite sure what it entails. Can you elaborate a bit?
Vipassana is an ancient Indian meditation technique that translates to insight or seeing things as they really are. It's a practice of deep self-observation where you cultivate a heightened awareness of your thoughts, sensations, and the impermanent nature of all things. It's a way of seeing reality with greater clarity and understanding.
That sounds intense.
It can be. It's a serious practice that's often done in silent retreats where participants abstain from talking, reading, and any other distractions.
Wow, that's dedication. So Vipassana is about gaining insight into the nature of reality. What about Kundalini Yoga? I know it involves meditation, but it seems like more of a physical practice as well.
You're right. Kundalini Yoga combines physical postures, breathwork, chanting, and meditation to awaken a powerful energy that lies dormant at the base of the spine known as Kundalini energy.
Sounds pretty intense.
It can be incredibly energizing and uplifting, but it's generally recommended to learn from an experienced teacher, especially if you're new to yoga.
Okay, so we've explored a whole spectrum of meditation styles today, from mindfulness and TM to walking meditation, sound healing, Vipassana, and Kundalini Yoga. It's amazing how diverse and adaptable the practice of meditation can be. But as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I'm left wondering how someone can navigate this vast landscape of options. How do you choose the right type of meditation for you?
That's a great question, and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. I always encourage people to approach meditation with a sense of curiosity and experimentation. Try different styles and see what resonates with you. Explore guided meditations, attend workshops, and perhaps even find a teacher who can guide you on your journey.
So it's a process of exploration and self-discovery.
Precisely. And remember, there's no right or wrong way to meditate. The most important thing is to find a practice that you enjoy and that you can stick with. Consistency is key.
That's a great point. It's not about achieving perfection. It's about making meditation a regular part of your life, even if it's just for a few minutes each day.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the more you'll experience the benefits.
Well, Sarah, this exploration of different meditation styles has been incredibly eye-opening. I'm feeling inspired to deepen my own practice and try some new techniques. But before we move on to the final part of our deep dive, where we'll delve into the science behind the benefits of meditation, I want to leave our listeners with a little challenge.
I'm all ears.
I'm challenging everyone to try at least one new type of meditation this week. Step outside your comfort zone, explore something you've never tried before, and see what unfolds. You might just discover a whole new dimension to your meditation practice.
That's a wonderful challenge, and I encourage everyone to approach it with an open mind and a sense of playfulness. Have fun with it.
Exactly. It's about exploration and discovery. And who knows, you might just stumble upon a practice that truly transforms your life.
You never know what you might find.
Well, on that note, we'll wrap up part 2. Join us next time for the final part of our meditation deep dive, where we'll explore the fascinating research that's revealing the profound impact meditation can have on our brains, bodies, and even ourselves.
Looking forward to it. See you soon.
Welcome back to the Learn English Lab for the final part of our deep dive into meditation.
It's great to be back. We've talked about what meditation is and how to do it. Now let's get into the why.
Right. We've heard all sorts of amazing claims about meditation, but I'm curious to explore the science behind it all.
Well, the research on meditation has just exploded in recent years. Scientists are discovering all sorts of incredible ways that this practice can benefit our brains, our bodies, and even our cells.
So it's not just anecdotal evidence anymore. We actually have hard data to support the benefits of meditation.
Absolutely. And one of the most well-studied areas is stress reduction. We know that chronic stress is terrible for our health. It contributes to heart disease, high blood pressure, anxiety, depression, you name it.
Stress is like a silent killer, lurking in the background and wreaking havoc on our systems.
That's a great way to put it. But here's the good news. Studies have shown that meditation can significantly reduce levels of cortisol, the stress hormone.
So it's not just about feeling less stressed. It's about actually changing our body's physiological response to stress.
Exactly. Meditation helps us regulate our stress response system, which protects us from a whole range of health problems.
That makes a lot of sense. We talked about meditation's effect on sleep earlier. Is there scientific evidence to back that up?
Oh, definitely. Research shows that meditation improves sleep quality in a few ways. It calms the mind, reduces those racing thoughts that keep us up at night, and helps regulate our sleep-wake cycles. Plus, it lowers those cortisol levels.
It's like a triple whammy against insomnia. No wonder so many people swear by meditation for better sleep.
Right, and the benefits go way beyond stress and sleep. Meditation has a profound impact on our brains.
Okay, now you've got my full attention. Tell me more about how meditation affects the brain.
One of the most exciting discoveries is that meditation can actually change the structure of our brains. Meditators have increased gray matter in areas related to attention, emotional regulation, and self-awareness.
Hold on, you're saying meditation can physically reshape our brains?
It's true. And these structural changes lead to real benefits. Meditators have better attention spans, enhanced cognitive flexibility, and even improved memory.
It's like a brain workout for focus, clarity, and mental resilience.
Yes, and there's more. Meditation can actually reduce activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain that processes fear and anxiety.
So we're essentially calming down the fear center of our brains.
That's right. Meditation rewires our brains to be less reactive to stress and fear, which is why it can be so helpful for managing anxiety and even PTSD.
This is incredible. So we've got stress reduction, better sleep, enhanced brain function. Are there any other areas where meditation shines?
Oh, there's plenty more. One fascinating area of research is the connection between meditation and inflammation.
Wait, inflammation?
Uh-huh.
That's a physical process. How can a mental practice like meditation affect that?
It's a great question, and it highlights the incredible link between our minds and bodies. Chronic inflammation is tied to many health problems, including heart disease, cancer, and autoimmune diseases.
Right, I've heard that inflammation is a major culprit behind many chronic illnesses.
Yes. And while we often think of inflammation as a purely physical response, it's heavily influenced by our thoughts, emotions, and stress levels.
So by calming the mind and reducing stress, meditation can actually lower inflammation in the body.
Exactly. And some studies have shown that meditation can reduce inflammation. That means meditation could play a role in preventing or managing a whole range of chronic diseases.
That's mind-blowing. It really makes you appreciate the power of the mind-body connection.
It's truly remarkable. And speaking of mind-blowing, there's even research suggesting that meditation might slow down cellular aging.
Okay, that one I have to hear more about. How is that even possible?
Remember those telomeres we discussed earlier? The protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes?
Right, like the plastic tips on shoelaces?
Yes, and as we age, our telomeres naturally shorten, which contributes to age-related decline.
But you're saying meditation can somehow impact that process?
Well, studies have found that people who meditate regularly have longer telomeres than those who don't. While more research is needed, it suggests that meditation could protect us from age-related diseases and even extend our lifespan.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like discovering the fountain of youth within our own minds.
It's certainly an area worth exploring further. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the science of meditation. We're learning more and more about its amazing benefits all the time.
Well, this deep dive into meditation has been truly fascinating. We've covered so much ground. From the basics to the science, I'm feeling incredibly inspired.
It's been a pleasure sharing this journey with you. I hope our listeners are feeling inspired too.
I'm sure they are. If you're ready to start meditating, remember that the most important thing is to just begin. Find a type of meditation that resonates with you. Even if it's just for a few minutes a day, and see what happens. You might be amazed by the transformative power of this practice.
That's great advice. Be patient with yourself, enjoy the journey, and see what unfolds.
Absolutely. And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into meditation. A huge thank you to Sarah for being our expert guide. And thank you to all of you for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Learn English Lab YouTube channel. And we'll see you on our next deep dive.